I look pretty HD from where I'm sitting, so whatever. Welcome back to Cosmopolics Anonymous. I am your favorite new mama, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is the mindfuck of the week. I had totally different facts to bring to you, but I went on Instagram and I was scrolling down my timeline and I saw that Kate Spade had passed away, and I was like, WTF, because she's only 55. And so I begin to read and I find out that she committed suicide, and I think it's so sad, especially because the other day, it wasn't too long ago, I was dragging that basket, honey. I don't know, it's just super sad. So that's the first thing on this list of things that shook me to the core this week, and it's definitely Kate Spade dying, because she's so young, so vibrant, and you really don't know what people are going through. And so I think it's just a wake-up call to like be kind to somebody, you know. I don't think she was bullied or anything like that. I think she had her own little demons to battle, and she was doing that privately. But it really shocked me when I read that. I was like, Kate Spade, like, that's the last person you're expecting to hear that they passed away. And so actually when I read it, I started to think about Kanye, because obviously you guys have been asking me to review his album, and he recently came out that he was bipolar, but we already knew, honey. So it wasn't news to us, but it was news to his wife. And so people are always going through stuff mentally, and you just never know, because they can be putting on a brave face every day. And we don't really see or hear much of Kate Spade other than her fashion line. But what ties into this video is the fact that Kate Spade actually sold 56% of her company to Neiman Marcus long time ago. So Kate Spade is not the #1 shareholder in her company, or she was not the #1 shareholder in her company. She sold it long time ago, and she kind of was distancing herself from her brand. And I had no idea. I thought Kate Spade owned Kate Spade, you know, but she didn't. Neiman Marcus had it for a while, and then recently Coach had bought it, and I think she still had a little bit of her company, but at the end of the day she was the founder. So it's really sad and really shocking. And so that is the first thing for mindfuck of the week. I hope that her daughter is going to be okay, and her husband, and hell, I might just buy a basket after all, okay? My favorite section at Chapters is actually the Kate Spade section, because I love journals and stuff. I love little notebooks. I love her little pens. Her little accessories really get me going. That sounded weird as a weird sentence, but I really do love her little accessories. It was just the picnic basket that had me thrown, but she's not really a part of her company anymore, so it's not on her. But yeah, I pray that her family's okay and that they are able to get through this, but it's really, really sad. Death is always going to be sad, you know? Yeah, but that is my favorite section at Chapters. I always go and look at the stuff in the Kate Spade section. My laptop desk, like my lap desk, you know those little desks that you put your laptop on and it has like the cushion on the bottom? Mine is actually from Kate Spade, and it says good vibes only on it, and it has like a tropical feel. And Shooter's actually supposed to buy me a new one because it broke, like the little thing that keeps your laptop on there broke off, and so he's supposed to buy me a new one. He didn't buy it yet. Now I'm gonna put the pressure on him to go get me a new Kate Spade one, because my old one's broken. And yeah. Oh, and another thing too is that in one of my old story times where I'm talking about being racially profiled at Nordstrom, I had picked up the Kate Spade earrings to purchase, and I never ended up buying them after they profiled my ass. It's super duper sad, and my prayers and my condolences are definitely with the family and her friends and whoever's close to Kate Spade. I'm fortunate to not know anybody that's ever committed suicide, and I know lots of people with mental illness, and I just couldn't even imagine if somebody close to me did that. So I feel really bad for her daughter, like I really do. Especially because she's so young, and this is something that's going to be hard for her to understand. But if she has known her mom her whole life, and she's known the struggles her mom's going through, it might be easier for her to process. But from the outside looking in, if I ever lost my mother to any circumstance, I'd be a wreck. I don't want to talk about anything else that's super sad, so we're going to move right along and head into the other mindfucks of the week. So the next mindfuck of the week is the phrase rule of thumb. You probably have heard this term before in school. Hell, your parents probably said it to you. You've heard the term rule of thumb. This is not really a rule of thumb, but it's just like if I were to say the rule of thumb is to apply your lip liner before your lipstick or lip gloss, you know? That would be the rule of thumb. That's not really a rule of thumb. You could put it on without, you can put on your lipstick without the lip liner. But I'm just saying. Okay, so people use this term rule of thumb, and I don't think anybody knows where the hell it came from. So the term rule of thumb is derived from an old English law that stated that men could not beat their wives with anything wider than a thumb. Hello, what? Why are y'all out here beating your wives? I didn't even know that was a thing. I never knew that abuse was ever acceptable. Like, I know that you beat your children and you discipline them, but I didn't know that was out here beating their wives for freaking a pastime. Like, I was really shocked by this. I don't think I'll be using the term rule of thumb anymore because I don't like where it comes from. I just don't like it. And I feel like there's a lot of things that are like that. We don't know where it came from, but we still be saying it. And it's just like, no, you can't do that. I don't know what century they were just willy-nilly beating their women, but whenever it was not acceptable. And if my man ever tried to beat me with anything, bigger, smaller, doesn't matter, than a thumb, me and him would have had some serious problems, and I would have lit that ass up, okay? Just saying. The next mindfuck for this week is the fact that Coca-Cola used to be motherfucking green, okay? Green. I don't like Coke. Never have. I've never really been a fan of Coca-Cola. I just don't like it. Like, there was one point in my life, maybe when I was like 12, my sister always used to get Coke and I always used to get Sprite. That's how we were total opposites. And then one day I tasted her Coke and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. And then for like maybe like 3 months straight, I really did like Coke. But then I just stopped liking it again because it's so nasty. I don't drink any dark sodas. I don't drink root beer. I don't drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink Dr. Pepper, okay? I don't drink anything that's dark except for like Nestea, and that ain't a soda. So there's that. But it used to be green. So this is all I can really find. It's just an advert from back in the day, clearly, because look at the children on the damn ad. But it used to come in the glass bottles, of course, and the color of the soda was green. So that's actually pretty cool. And so this next fun fact blew my mind, child. It blew my mind, and I was like, I have a baby. Let me check this out, okay? So apparently, babies are born without kneecaps. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean they're born without kneecaps? How could a human be born without kneecaps and then just get kneecaps? It don't make no damn sense. And so I'm like, I have a baby. Let me like inspect this. Let me see if this is true. Salem ain't got no damn kneecaps. The kneecaps don't come until the babies are like 2 to 6. Your kneecaps develop over time. How? How you function without freaking kneecaps? And then it makes sense because babies are so flexible too, right? Like the way Salem sits and stuff, she's like super duper flexible. So I totally see her not having kneecaps, but when you touch her knee, well, if she doesn't have kneecaps, does she really have a knee? Like, the point is, babies are born without freaking kneecaps. I guess that kind of helps them like ease out the birth canal so that they're not like all bent up and bony. I don't know, honey. All I know is Salem doesn't have kneecaps, and I was really shocked to find this out. I was like, okay, well, at least this is a normal thing, you know? But very interesting. Another mindfuck is that Hershey's Kisses get their name from the fact that the machine that makes them looks like it's kissing the conveyor belt as it's pumping out the chocolate. And I thought that was super cool because, well, duh, I freaking love chocolate and I love Hershey's Kisses. I personally like the almond ones. They're so good. I love the cookies and cream ones. I like the little white, the milk chocolate with the little white swirl through it. Girl, all Hershey's Kisses taste good. I haven't had Hershey's Kisses in a very long time. I want some Hershey's Kisses. I think I would get some. I think I'm gonna go to Walmart later and get me some Hershey's Kisses. But I do really love the almond one. Tell me in the comment section below what your favorite Hershey's Kisses flavor is. Mindfuck of the week, and I am gonna insert a clip if I can find one because this shit was just disturbing as hell. When I read it, I said, no bitch, this is not cool. Imagine Humans did this. So when a frog vomits, it actually literally throws up its entire stomach and uses its little hands to like extract whatever it is that's making them throw up, and then it swallows its stomach again. What if we as humans had to do that? What if? Like, this is not okay. I feel so bad for frogs. Like, I feel so bad for sick frogs. I don't want any frogs to be sick, you know? I don't want any frogs to have to go through that. I could not imagine having to clean up my own vomit like out of my stomach. Like, I couldn't imagine having to throw up my stomach to get the vomit out. Like, no. I feel bad for frogs. Somebody needs to find a new method for frogs to throw up. We need to invent something to help the frogs throw up. Like, I feel so bad for the frogs. He told me that if you are in danger, okay, like a man is trying to chase you or something and you don't want him to see that you're calling the police, on your iPhone, I don't know if it works on Android, yeah, iPhone's advanced now, you could literally click the hold button, I believe it's 5 times, and it will call the police for you. It will dial emergency. I'm not going to demonstrate because I'm probably going to be, my phone be laggy, I'm going to be too slow, I'm going to be accidentally calling the police, they're going to show up on the front door, it's going to be a whole hot ass mess. I ain't got the time, honey. I really don't. If you press the hold button 5 times fast, it will call the authorities for you. So if you're at a party or if you're somewhere and you just feel like you're in danger and you need to call the police quickly, but you are too, you can't like literally take your phone off to dial, this is an emergency feature on the iPhone that allows you to get to safety with the quickness. And I appreciate this, especially as a woman. And I feel like not enough people know this. Like, I really had no idea. And I'm like, how do you know that, babe? Like, what? So Shooter told me that and I didn't believe him. So he did it and then he hung up really quickly. But it works. And you could do it on any iPhone. And then the newer models with iPhone, I think if you hold that button, there is an option to like slide to call emergency or to turn off the device. So that's the tea. I want to know if you guys are surprised by anything that I let you know, if you're shocked, if you already knew because you just know it all. I just want to know what the tea is. I love you all and I'll definitely see you in the next one.